So, hi there guys and welcome back to Boat McRill. Well, this week we are back again up in the workshop, keep on doing some work with the new cabin sole. I left off about 2 weeks ago because I decided to take the weekends off. I have been continuously working with this since October 2019 and now it's actually the 1st of January 2021. I hope you all had a great Christmas and New Year's and all that you stay safe and well. Back to the work here and what to do with the new cabin sole. First of all, when I left you off last time, I have just fiberglassed all of the underside of this new cabin sole. So first thing I did, I came back in here and cut off the excess and then started to sand parts where I'm gonna put some more fiberglass and roll over on the insides. But I'm gonna show you that in just a second in a little time lapse because that took a couple of hours to do that work. But I also did some fillings in the areas where the hatch is gonna be. And right now it looks a little bit like this. All of those areas are gonna have to be sanded out and a bit, and then I'm gonna put some new fiberglass, and that's about what I'm gonna do today. But first, the time lapse. Next thing, I did a little mistake before I started fiberglassing the underside of this, and I realized that because when you put on fiberglass on wood and stuff, the fiberglass itself doesn't look sharp edges. You should actually always round over stuff. I did that most of the places, but forgot something. I actually forgot these edges all around. They are sharp as heck. I'm bringing out my trusty little machine here and a round over bit, and I'm gonna take a lapse around. So let's do that. the preps are done for the fiberglassing. I just need to cut up some pieces of fiberglass and start getting that done. I'm just gonna have to tear up some lots of strips of fiberglass to put in the hatch openings. But first, I did a little hiccup or a little fuck up when oh, I'm not gonna be monetized now, right? Well, I didn't really control my machine well as I hope I could do, so that happened. But fortunately, that's not a big issue because that's a part of the floor or the sole that's gonna be in under the sitting area and also where the fridge are. So that's not gonna be seen, and it also gonna be glassed over when I'm joining the floor to the hull. So it's not a big issue, but of course it's never fun when you do stuff like that. So next step is to, as I said, is to tear up strips of fiberglass mat and start prepare some resin. Get around these areas here on this side. I'm gonna cover somewhere from here down 1 or 2 layers, probably 1 layer because it's kind of thick. It's 450 grams, and I'm gonna do it on all these 3. When all that's done, the next step after that is to fiberglass the top side of this. I'm probably gonna try to join in at least 1 layer of fiberglass mat first on top, and then 1 or 2 layers of my fiberglass weave that I have. It's a bit thinner, and also it's kind of, I believe that I can get a little bit nicer surface finish, at least on the parts of the cabin sole where I'm going to, that is going to be open, visible. So let's start do that. It's Saturday afternoon, just a couple of hours left until I have to release this little video. I just wanted to do a few more things in this episode, and I wanted to show you the result of yesterday's fiberglass. Well, another thing, I used a different resin this time, polyester of course, but I changed to another brand. I was trying to figure out if it was wax in it, and yep, it was. I hoped it wasn't, but there is. So I'm gonna have to sand this pretty well before I can put on another layer or two of fiberglass on top of this. Stop rambling, time to take a look at how this turned out. Well then, here it is. As you can see, the excesses are still there. There is, unfortunately, a few white spots here and there, or not white, but take a look, like if you can see it here. This is like how it's supposed to look, and when it gets trapped a bit of air in there, you see this white spots here. It resembles a little bit of the same color as you have over here. What I can do is sand that out and just fair it up later on. In here I'm probably gonna have to sand out a bit to get the chamfering or the curve so that I can put in the lids later on. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the result so far. I do want to put at least one layer or maybe two layers of 300 grams of weave over this, also with polyester resin of course, but as I said, I'm gonna have to sand this down, so high spots, hard to see, but some high spots here, over here, where I have double layers of fiberglass, but that's gonna be sanded out smooth. Just turn this over and start using my fane to cut away the excess. So well then, that's all the chooch that we have for today and this week, because it's a short week. As I said, I took time off until after New Year's. So I'm just gonna show you how it looks right now after some sanding and stuff. There was some small areas that had delaminated. That will of course be covered up with the new layers of fiberglass I'm gonna put in next week. I think I'm pretty happy right now where I am. I think that 2 layers of 300 grams, total 600 grams of weave will be perfectly fine for what I'm doing here. And then on top of that, I'm gonna put flow coat or top coat or whatever you want to call it on both sides. My camera decided to screw me over. Batteries went out, so. But let's take a little look at what I'm done so far. I will come back in here next week, as I said, and put on a couple of layers of weave on top of this, and then some flow coat or top coat. But for now, we just let it sit and take the evening off. If you like what I'm doing here, please give me a little thumbs up. Hit the subscription button down on your right side, and of course put notification bell on all so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. There will be a whole long year of new videos. Hopefully around 50 or 60 new videos this year. And then of course, take care out there, stay safe, stay healthy, and see you next time. Bye everyone!